right. Apple pushing a bit higher. SPY pushing a bit higher. All right, we're open. I'll be looking to buy Apple on dips into that bullish trend for now. SPY still going, VIX still dropping. Order flow still green. Dollar rolling over. Give it about 15, 20 minutes. Might buy some shares of Intel. This is looking pretty good. Intel, SPY. Okay, so we've already built the bottom. You got an inverted head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, breaking above the neckline. If we get above the 50-day and volume picks up, that would be a confirmation. Right now, just watching. Gilead's higher, VeriSign. Apple looks pretty good. Look at this candle. Very little in the way of selling. We're above the 50-day. All right, buyers are in here. Volume is almost half of yesterday's volume already. MACD is above its signal line, stochastics embedded, and RSI is showing strength of this trend. Okay, so higher lows, higher highs. RSI is telling you to look for more follow through in Apple. Okay, so far. Let's look at the 2-minute chart. Okay, we already know that this relative volume here is telling you that the stock is in play. Look at yesterday's volume going into earnings. Lower because of earnings, of course, but now you can see the volume has picked up markedly and the stock has taken off to the upside. All right, looks like Apple's going to run. VWAP is upward sloping, which is what you want as a strategy. You want that higher low, higher high, and VWAP to be tilted higher. RSI showing muscle, like a bicep in profile, is showing you strength of trend. Relative volume looks really good. You see how it's breaking out on higher volume right now? That's good. That's good for Apple. Let's follow Apple for a few minutes. Microsoft is also moving higher. Watch Microsoft. Apple breaking out. Microsoft about to go. Breakout is imminent on Microsoft. Okay, let's look at Microsoft real quick. Microsoft as a strategy. Pulling away from VWAP, you can see VWAP is starting to tilt up and to the right. Relative volume compared to yesterday, about the same. MACD's cross, stochastics is rising, showing you strength of trend. Daily looks good. Bounce, the most I would expect is a reversion back to the mean, the 21-day, and the maximum maybe 250 to 251 right there near the 50-day. But Microsoft is definitely going right here. Let's look at Bollinger Bands on Microsoft. You got a TTM trigger on the 2-minute. Microsoft 2-minute. You can see this squeeze. We're starting to push the upper Keltner band, the gray area here. RSI showing strength of trend. This looks good. Apple also. Volume starting to pick up on Microsoft here. MACD's turning and crossing. RSI is showing you strength of trend. Microsoft taking off for a scalp. Looking very strong. Okay, Apple. Back to Apple. Okay, Apple also with a squeeze. All right, so this is what you want to see Microsoft do. You see the Keltner bands, the gray area in the background? As this opens up, that's telling you strength of trend. Meta's moving above 100. Apple's going. Looks very strong here. Microsoft going. Okay, so looking at Apple, let's look at the daily again real quick. One thing you always want to pay attention to is ATR. Apple's up 10. It's double its ATR. So this is an expansion day on Apple. Big surprise. RSI telling you that the strength of this trend is improving. So look for a follow through. Don't buy the high of the day. Buy dips. Apple is yet to dip. It's going stratospheric. All right, futures looks like SPY might actually push higher now. NVDA turning. NVIDIA is also turning. NVIDIA turned. That might be a good one. Watch AMD as well. The semis are strong today. Always check your sectors. Okay, here we go. All right, we're going. Apple looking good. Okay, always keep an eye on the sectors. You can see the semiconductors are the strongest, followed by tech, consumer staples. You want to focus on these top 5 sectors at the moment. Semiconductors look very strong. Apple's going to keep going, looks like.
Senior diplomat by NISA's International Society generally expect a stable development in Sino-US relations.
Okay, so what's going on right now as well on Apple, as you know, you have a lot of people that are long calls on Apple for earnings for whatever reason. You have dealers short those same calls. So as the stock moves higher and the calls become more expensive and push higher as well, the dealers have to buy Apple shares to get the delta neutral. So that's that feedback loop that's pushing Apple higher right now on top of other things. Earnings. All right, we've got about 60% of our sectors green at the moment. 60% of sectors are green. Microsoft is ripping. Netflix turning the corner. Netflix is green. Netflix red to green. NVIDIA is above VWAP now. Apple looks like it's going to break higher. All right, Amazon's starting to move off the low here. Raymond James continuation. Microsoft looks good. Okay, Amazon's starting to move off the low here. Amazon. I bought some shares for the kids' accounts. Okay, you can see Amazon's starting to hustle. All right, I'll add to Amazon as it rises. Stop 98. All right, we're going here. SPY's going. Microsoft's at the highs, Apple at the highs. NVIDIA looks like it wants to go. Amazon looking good. 2 minutes left to go. It's your host, Cousin Benny, coming to you from theclosingprint.com at the closing bell. It is Friday. There goes NVIDIA. Intel driving for the high of the day. Less than a minute to go.
Noting some comments from the Canadian government, who says that significant transactions by foreign state-owned companies in Canada, critical mineral sectors, to now only be approved as a likely net benefit of an exceptional basis, according to a statement.
Okay, that's it. That's a wrap.